All right, welcome all to round two of the TCR Sprint Car Series. We are live from the Lucas Oil Raceway in Wheatland, Missouri. Happy to be here. Qualifying just about wrapped up here. Again, this is Davis Warren. I am joined by Zach Smith, driver of the 116 car. Zach, how's it going? Zach, how's it going? Sorry, I started the broadcast. I forgot I needed to push the button to talk, but
Oh.
yeah, sorry.
It's like it's really quiet. Are we live?
Sorry, yeah, no, my bad, man, my bad. How's it going out there?
Um, I'm liking the track. I think it's gonna get better. I think this is gonna be fun.
Yeah, well, hey,
I hope.
listen, I know you had some frustrations last week about the track, kind of not wearing in. What kind of differences are we gonna see tonight?
Um, a lot of differences because it's already worn. We luckily carried over state from the 30-minute practice prior to the race, and the track's already kind of worn in, broke in, and it's just gonna wear more as the night goes on. And I the way it's going, it's going to become a bottom feeder track, which is in my favor because that's the only place I've ever ran at this track in real life is on the bottom. So
Yeah, well, listen, tell us about that. This is your home racetrack. You race here in real life a lot. In is it a street stock? Is that right?
stock car. I
Stock
mean,
car,
same
sure,
thing.
sure.
It depends on where you're at. It's a street stock, a stock car, a super stock,
All right.
factory stock. Just depends on where you're at.
Well, I'm a normie, so I don't know all the terms. So my
It's a
apologies.
Monte Carlo.
Okay. All right. All right.
It's like
Take it
the
easy.
'87 NASCAR, but slower.
Oh wow. Well. Talk us through. How on point is this place to the real thing?
Honestly, it's pretty accurate. Don't get me wrong. Luke's Oil Speedway is known for its uniqueness. I was actually told by a shock specialist that builds shocks for a living that Lucas Oil is the oddball and one of the hardest tracks to master traction. Now, I don't know that the sim replicates that 100%, but it definitely is starting to. It gets there as the track wears on. It definitely starts to show its true characteristics.
Very interesting. Very interesting. Well, again, you got a lot of laps around this place, so we're looking for a good run from you tonight. All right.
I hope. Well, we're going to give it all we got.
All right. Hey, that's all we can do. Well, coming down to the end of qualifying here, I guess everyone's made a lap. I don't know what
Uh,
the
Everybody that's in the sim has. It
okay.
looks like everybody's going to be stuck in one heat, too.
All right. Well, hey, just like last week, we'll do just one heat and then go on into the feature after a quick warm up. So 8 cars here this week, and it's looking like old Matt Grimm on the pole here. So can you give us a rundown of the field real quick?
So, starting on the inside of row number one is going to be the 91 YOB Racing. I think that's the right
Yeah,
term.
you got it.
Uh, of Matt Grimm. Starting his outside, Matthew Nasworthy. Inside of row number two is Lockie Phillips in the 017, according to the sim, 17 on the car. I apparently am not balling on a budget like my car does, but I'm starting outside second row. Starting on the inside of row number three is going to be Derek Petiti. Outside of him is Trent Curtis, and starting tail on the field is Julian Valdez, which is very interesting.
Yeah,
He's struggling.
he was not here last week, so glad to have him here again this time around. Usually a very strong candidate for a top 5 run. I imagine he could definitely compete for a podium tonight. So we'll see what he can do. Well, coming to the green flag here shortly.
Field side by side going into three.
All right, and here we go. Green flag in our heat. And already some big contact there. Not sure who that was who made the contact.
Lockie Phillips and Matthew Nasworthy.
Wow. Lockie Phillips already having some issues. Again, Lockie hangs on to second spot here. Matt Grimm, huge lead already. Coming on lap 4 of 8. everyone's decently spread out a little bit outside of this battle for the fourth position. Derek Batiti made a few starts last year as I think you spun out, did you not?
A little over rotation. Got on the binders a little hard trying to get the card rotate. Definitely having to play with the wing angle a little bit here to get traction.
We're at 2 to go. Coming to the white flag. This time around for Matt Grimm. Coming out of the final corner, Matt Grimm is going to win the heat.
Whoa!
Talk to us.
Julian Valdez went for a ride. I think he still got scored fourth, but he went for a ride there at the line.
Let's take a look. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, him and the, I think the, oh gosh, just gets nailed by somebody else. Him and Derek Batiti just got a little together there. All right. All right, well, that's, now we're in the warm-up here. Just a little over 2 minutes to go. Has the track changed any? Is it getting a little racier? What's it looking like?
Definitely bottom dominant at this point, but it's racy. You can use any line really. It's just the bottom is definitely the quicker line.
Our bottom is definitely quicker, so we'll keep an eye out on that. See if anybody can make that top work. So now this is not the biggest speedway, but I would guess. Is that accurate?
No, it's a 3/8, but it doesn't race like a 3/8 truly. At least in personal opinion.
Interesting. Yeah. Is it just like a lot more like the banking, or is it like a wider?
No,
apex?
to me, it's actually it's faster than a 3/8 truly. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
It's weird. It's interesting. I don't really know how to describe it. It's its own beast.
Makes sense. Well, one of the most famous speedways in dirt racing. Always big to win here, so big time facility. Yeah, again, one of the nicest in the country. Great place to come watch a race in the
Definitely.
real world as well as the sim.
It's honestly, when you pull up to the track, you think you're at a NASCAR facility until you roll onto the track surface and you realize it's dirt. I mean, concrete pits, very, very nice bleachers, all kinds of amenities for the fans in the stands, and it hands down one of the nicest facilities in the United States.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll definitely come go check out a race there. Old Kenny Schrader and Federated Auto Parts put in a lot of work here. Am I saying the wrong track? Yeah,
You're definitely saying the wrong track.
Wow, man.
That would be Forrest Lucas and Company here.
Ooh, goodness. Sorry.
You really butchered that one.
Sorry, Mr. Oil. That was a tough one there. Golly. I'm glad I caught myself at least. I mean, at least a little bit. Sorta, but oh well. Well, anyway, let's move on from that disaster. Grading here, one more time. So again, we've got Matt Grimm first, Lockie Phillips second, Matt Nasworthy third, Julian Valadez fourth, Derek Petiti fifth, Trent Curtis in sixth, Zach Smith in seventh, and Logan Hoskins making his first start, I think, ever in the series in
He,
eighth.
he practiced. That was about it.
Right, yeah. But I mean, this is his first ever like race here with TCR.
Oh, I know. I'm saying he didn't qualify. He didn't run the heat race. He didn't run anything.
Right, yeah. Okay. All
But
right. Well, let's see what
he
the.
he came in, laid down a time that was a tenth quicker than everybody, and left.
Oh, he's not here. All right.
Yeah, he's not here at all.
Gotcha. Well,
He loaded up. He blew it up in hot laps.
I guess so. It's just motor was just a little too fine tuned. And remind us how many laps we got in this feature
32
here.
laps.
32 laps, not
32
30.
laps for the ZSR Productions 32 at Lucasville Speedway.
Wow, where does the
Well,
32 come
self-plug.
from?
I don't know.
Okay.
I would have preferred 40, but I'll take 32.
All right. Yeah, this is sponsored by you, so I guess we could have given you a little bit on that. We'll wait until we get a quick little yell here, that the one that you're not involved in. So we'll get to you. Don't you worry, Mr. Sponsor.
Per the driver chat, balls to the wall sliders incoming per Julian Valdez. So keep an eyeball on that one.
We sure will. We sure will. He's a hot shoe, but let's get on with it. And we are green in the feature at Lucasville Raceway as contact between the first two. As there he is, old Valdez running third right now. Muscling his way up, battling for second, but Matt Grimm on the bottom going to lead the first lap. But here comes Lockie Phillips. In the second position. Matt Grimm dominant so far already, all the way through from the heat into as to right now. He's put on a clinic so far. Here comes Matt Nasworthy. Didn't have a whole lot to talk about last week. Still had a decent run. Running great here. Again, the modified racer at the Cochran Motor Speedway in Georgia. Not sure he's ran any races this year. I looked here recently to see how he's been doing, and he gets turned going into one by Julian Valdez. Well, hey, you weren't wrong in the chat about balls to the wall. He sure was. Wasn't I think it was somebody else's balls in the wall.
Luckily, it was to the inside where there isn't a wall, though.
That's right. Well, let's take a look.
So Julian takes fault, he has said in the chat.
All right. Well, good on him.
On him.
Let's see. Definitely close contact here. Oh, yeah. It could have been just an issue of, again, you talk about this place not really racing like a 3/8 racetrack, but you got to remember that it is a little short, and just kind of looked like at Nasworthy maybe it checked up a little bit going into the corner, just maybe a little misunderstanding there, just a misjudgment. But yeah, it looks like nobody was hurt too bad.
If you pay attention to everybody, so little fun fact for the new update in iRacing, there is tire wear and tire heat. As the tires get hotter, they fade. So everybody is rolling through the moist dirt because it actually cools the tires.
Very interesting.
Which is why everybody's above the tabletop.
Yeah, that's a fun new little development there. Did we see a lot of that last week at Knoxville?
No, surprisingly, but it does work. Like up there on the berm on the infield, you can't do that. But we ran green to checker though last week, so.
Well, yeah, good point. Good point. Short memory over here in the broadcast booth, but anyway, green flag back in the air on lap number 6 of 32. Matt Graham just knows how to get away on these restarts. Again, Julian Valdez running in the third spot, still looking quick. He might have something for at least for the second position, maybe not potentially the first as well. As he is all over the back of Lockie Phillips.
Trust me, I'm watching firsthand.
Just about to say, give us a bird's eye view of what's going on as you're getting on that 21 car.
Well, the bottom is definitely coming in.
And here you go. Battle for third. On the bottom. You almost made the pass. I think you still got it. Clear up. 116 to P3. Well, I said
Not
that.
quite.
Valdez really making that top work there. Especially down in 3 and 4.
So 3 and 4 is a very weird corner in its own because it generally is lacking in traction when the rest of the track will be tacky.
Makes sense. Well, he's definitely making it work up there. But again, Zach Smith up to third position. Matt Grimm still checked out. Has really got a hold of this place right now. Julian Valadez starting to fall back a little bit. I think we saw he might have gotten a little damage from the wall. I think he might have made a little contact as Nasworthy is back at him. Maybe maybe some don't want to say retaliation, but might not be too afraid to race him hard. There's even another car of Derek Petiti getting in there. He might get the 5th position. As we are coming up on halfway in this feature. Matt Grimm still just really, hooking that bottom, and just not a lot has changed for him so far. Big battle for the 5th spot as Valadez, Derek Petiti all over each other. Valadez holds on for now as potentially going out after that 4th spot once again. Really knows how to make that high line work in 3 and 4 for him.
I can tell you, Mr. Grimm out front is running 2/10 quicker than the rest of us.
Well, I can tell.
Because he is checked out.
Gosh, that patience.
Oh, Blocky almost clipped the infield tire there.
Still rolling. Just a close call for that Wyobe Racing Machine. Running 1-2 right now for that team. Absolutely dominating so far. 1-2 at Knoxville last week. 1-2 tonight. Valadez back to 5th. Derek Petiti in 6th. Trent Curtis, man, league owner. What's going on, my man? Let's pick up the pace.
I think he might have made contact with me and him. We're side by side with the wall.
So
I seen him kind of go over the tabletop, and I don't know if he's recovered since.
So the sponsor wrecks the league owner.
No, there was no contact.
Well, that's who's to say. 8 to go. Big battle here for the 3rd spot. Nasworthy really making some time up here. He's figured something out as he is all over you, my man.
A little bit.
Big time battle on hand as we're coming to 5 laps to go. And it's just crazy where it's looking like these guys can really make some good runs off the top, but the problem is you try to carry momentum off, and there's just not a whole lot of straightaway here to carry it on.
Damn it.
Well, I guess he had enough of straightaway, so Matt Nasworthy to the 3rd spot. I was probably talking your ear off there.
Yeah, it's okay.
Did I do that? Is that my fault?
No. I was trying to pull something, and he still pulled around my outside. Could
to
even be
go.
too. There is an engine restrictor on these cars too. And if he's using it, that might be why he's coming alive now.
Interesting, interesting. Maybe something we'll have to ask him about. Since you're going to let him get an interview.
Not trying to.
Well, white flag in the air, 1 to go for Matt Grimm. So close to a win last week at Knoxville. But he will bring it home tonight as Matt Grimm is going to win at Lucas Oil Speedway. Lockie Phillips in second, Matt Nasworthy in third. Another 1-2 for the Wyobe Racing Machines. Another dominant performance by these guys as over the past this season and last season we've still only had 3 different winners. That hasn't changed yet. So these guys really got it figured out. Well, let's try to dial up some people here. We'll see if we can find the old Matt Nasworthy.
Nasworthy does not have a mic.
Oh no, man! We'll ask him if he's got any general comments on anything, as we'll try to find maybe Lockie Phillips here. Lockie Phillips, bringing you in a little early here. We haven't had any contact with Matt Nasworthy quite yet, but man, great second place finish there. How was the Wheelby Racing machines looking?
Well, for me, I couldn't hit the bottom as good as Matt, so I just had to find something else. Mid-track started to come in there at the end, so I noticed the guys behind me were running that, so went up to that just to run that for the last 5 laps. So yeah, I don't know, didn't have anything for Matt, obviously. His car was locked down on the bottom. I was just waiting for him to clobber one of those tyres, so oh well.
Yeah, we saw you, trying to replicate that a little bit. Did you make some contact with that tire at one point?
I nearly did. I had to quickly turn right then left to miss it. And then in the earlier parts of the race, the sun down 3 and 4 were actually blinding me, so I couldn't actually see a couple of tyres. So I was like, hopefully I don't get it. But I have to dab the brake a little bit too, just to turn the car in. So very interesting tonight here.
I mean, at least you didn't double dab the brake like I did and kept spinning it out.
Yeah, well, that's a possibility as well. Or there's I did run the top there, if you noticed, for a couple of laps, just to see if that was in, but
It worked, but it didn't. I mean, there's definitely still a better bite off the exit, but
I was just scared I was going to go off the edge and cook it, so I just went back to running that low line, but not as good as Matt.
Well, you got anybody you wanna shout out for your performance here?
Yeah, just Matt in Discord. It was sort of a little bit of a boring race there out front. I said to Matt, you want to slow down and we'll have a race of it, but he said, nah, I'm getting out of here. So yeah, just thanks to him, kept me company there, with that race. All the boys back at Wyobe Racing, they do a hell of a job. Our partners, Speed Factory, LCK, J Carpentry, Catalysm Computers, Stingray Rock Tools Australia, and King Race Designs, and you guys for the broadcast, and the league for putting it on.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, get with Matt in the team meeting next week. Tell him, if we get in this situation again, you gotta, give us something to talk about. So, but good job, man. We'll see you here soon.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
That is Lockie Phillips, second place finisher here. We'll bring in the winner real quick, Mr. Matt Grimm. Matt Grimm, big win tonight. Super dominant, maybe the most dominant we've seen since broadcasting these races. What in the world did you have in that car?
Oh, just a little extra special something, I guess. But no, I just I learned how to run the bottom in practice and just kind of pounded it in there because I figured that's where the line was going to be once I started to see the track wearing in. This is the first short track I've gotten to run since the update. I've been running all the big tracks, it seems like, so I had no idea what to expect. I was running the top in the first part of practice, and it went away quick, and there was nothing in the middle, so I just started pounding laps on the bottom, and luckily it paid off. Shout out to Lockie for finishing second. It's a good 1-2 for Wyobi.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, I saw you guys, especially you, really wrapping that bottom super tight. It seemed like the story there was just seeing how close you can get to those tires on the bottom. What was, how difficult was it to manage not hitting those things?
Yeah, these things are a handful now. You got to be on your toes every lap and work the brake and throttle. Uh, the closer you got, the faster you were, but I'm sure you've seen a couple of times. I thought for sure I was going to nail one of them things.
I know Lockie definitely came close a couple times. Anybody you want to thank, Matt, for your victory tonight?
Yeah, thanks to all the guys over at YOB Racing, Speed Factory, LCJ Carpentry, Cows and Computers, Stingray Rock Tools Australia, King Race Designs, Trent for putting this on, you guys for doing a broadcast. Glad we got a win so early on. It took a while last season.
Absolutely. Well, hey, you're still one of only 3 winners over this season and last year. So we got a big 3 going on. So see if you can maybe be the king of that. So good run tonight. We told Lockie that you'll need to get together and try to maybe tighten up these gaps a little bit. So we got something to talk about.
Yeah, he was telling me in Discord to slow down, making a show.
All right, man. We will see you again soon.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
That's Matt Grimm, your winner, and I'm not sure if we ever got any comment from.
He didn't.
That's where they. All right, well, that's tough to hear. We love to hear from him if possible, but maybe we'll get him on the Prairie Show next week. Well, anyway, hey, listen, I want to give you a little bit of an opportunity to talk about your what you got going on here. I know you're the sponsor of the race tonight, so tell us what's going on here.
So, ironically, I didn't know I was the sponsor of the race till the schedule came out. that was just like, oh, hey, you're going to sponsor this race since your home track's. All right, that's cool, whatever. But, I mean, no, it's cool. I mean, like, seeing my name out there, and it's neat. I mean, I don't know.
Does ZSR Productions do anything?
A little bit of graphic design, photography, videography, that basic things I do. Basically, if I'm not racing, I have a camera in my hand, is generally how it goes.
All right.
So,
a little bit of photography, graphic design. What's the best way for people to reach out to you if they're needing some photos taken or graphics made?
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, any social media you can think of, it's under ZSR Productions.
Perfect. Well, yeah. Let this guy know if he can help you out on that front. In all honesty, I might even be reaching out to you myself. So, awesome, man. Well, that's gonna do it here for us at the Lucas Oil Speedway. So, any final thoughts on the race here?
Awesome. I think that the track broke in. There's multiple grooves. I mean, obviously we've seen, like Lockie brought up there, the middle came in at the end, which is weird for this track in real life. It doesn't work like that in real life. So I liked seeing that. That was cool. Definitely threw some variety up, and obviously, I mean, the bottom got fast. The top was there, but it's kind of one of the things you had to nail the top to actually be fast on the top. And with how these cars are now, it doesn't quite work like that. So, I mean, all around, from a driver standpoint, great race. Might have been a little boring for you guys to watch, but great race for a driver.
Listen, it's always fun watching some sprint car racing. So, for everybody watching, thank you so much for joining us. So sorry for the delay on the coverage here. Had some delays getting to my to the booth here. So again, most big apologies there. But again, thank y'all for watching, and we will catch you in a couple of weeks at where are we running in a couple of weeks?
Good question.
No, we'll figure it out later. All right. We'll be having an off week. Volusia. We'll see you at Volusia in a couple of weeks. Happy 4th of July to everybody, and we'll catch y'all next time.